And okay. All right. Okay. Stuck again. Switch. Yeah, when I do Alt Tab, it releases. There's like some issue. I don't know. Let's check the audio. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Let's check the audio. Okay, it's fine. Can you count to three? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's
One,
check the
two,
audio. Okay, it's
three.
fine. Can you count to three? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
One,
Let's check the
two,
audio. Okay, it's
three.
fine. Good. Okay. Very, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go to Visual Studio VS Code. So how do you create a project? That was the original question. So we're gonna ask this guy. So VS Code Python project. Create project. Let's see if this guy. No, I think we started listening
Welcome to
to.
this video, guys. In this video, I'll show you let's say extensions.
Yeah, he doesn't teach what we need. Okay, game changer complete, no nonsense VS Code setup. I don't care. Python tutorial for beginners. Uh, 21 Python project. Oh, this guy. So I
This
was.
video has over 9 hours of content and contains 21 unique Python projects. These projects go in ascending order of difficulty, so the very first project in the video is pretty simple. It's just teaching you Python, completely designed for beginners, and as you go through the projects, they get harder and harder and harder and harder until you get into some pretty advanced stuff. We have games, we have using APIs, we have scripting, we have automation, we have fun tools, we have alarm clocks. Anything you can imagine is probably in this video, and there's definitely a project that you will enjoy and you can learn from. In terms of navigating here, all of the projects will be timestamped in the description. I've made this so it's really easy to find the projects, and all of the links in terms of code resources, assets, sound effects, whatever you might need for the project will be linked directly below the timestamp. So let's say you're at project number 4. Well, what you can do is go down to the description, find project number 4, find the timestamp for it, and you'll see beneath there there'll be a link that contains all of the code for that individual project. Now, just for your information, this is simply a combination of a ton of other Python videos that I've done in the past. I had so many on my channel, many of which you guys didn't even know exist, where new subscribers haven't seen. So I wanted to make one massive resource that just had so much practice. You can save this video and come back to it for days, weeks, or even months, and constantly have a new project to work on. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. It's taken me a fair amount of time to edit it, and I've chopped out all of the intros and the outros, so you just get right into the content, no fluff, straight to the point, and right into practicing your Python skills. If you guys enjoy this type of content and you like my teaching style,
He has 1.68
Who's this
billion.
guy? Is it Tech with Tim or something? Who's...
You know him?
No, I just wondered who he is.
Yeah, he's
I
making
can't
a
see
lot
my
of.
screen is like really small. I don't know why I can't.
You can't see it?
The video isn't. I have like a little screen. I've showed you this before. You know, the thing goes black for me at one
You
point.
know that on my little extra phone I can see my own stream, no problem. So
Yeah.
maybe you should rethink being so evil. Maybe, just
Yeah, I'm not evil anymore. I'm a cyber angel.
Oh, you're cyber evil. Because I can see it right now on my
I'm a
screen.
cyber angel.
You're cyber
Yeah, if I
evil.
go small screen, I can see it. I have the little screen that moves
I
around.
don't know what that means.
Discord, I don't know.
Discord. Do you believe in the Discord? Okay. Do you care? Do you want to watch this a little bit? Do you care? Or would you rather kill yourself? How does it work for you?
I don't mind.
Okay. I wrote a message to the other guy that we were doing his AI course. And I wrote a message like an hour 5, and I gave the exact timestamp, and I said that up until now everything was super easy. Suddenly, you go berserk into AI territory without explaining things and telling us that we don't even need backpropagation, we don't need gradient descent, but it's like it's extracurricular. We can go read about it. It's like, what kind of an AI course is this then? And his response is, Yeah, you should probably listen to it again and again and again, like some nonsense like that. Like I didn't I'm not taking your course. I don't even know what kind of how can you teach AI without back propagation? Like what? So what? So what are you teaching? I don't understand. I'm so
I think he was
confused.
teaching PyTorch and he wasn't teaching those concepts. I don't know.
But even when you teach
Weird.
PyTorch, you need to explain what's going on. And his
Yeah,
example,
true.
he was working through an example. He was just he went into this mode that he just types in code, doesn't explain the code, and doesn't explain why he's writing this code. Doesn't just types in like crazy code, like class, another class, and class, and class, and this and that. And then he said, and every once in a while he says, I'll explain it. Hold on, I'll explain it. Soon I'll explain it. Soon I'll explain it." And you're watching him type in massive amounts of code. Like, what is going on? And then he barely explains it, and just and I have no idea what is he doing. What I honestly don't know what he's doing. And I listened to it multiple times. Like, what is going on? I have no idea what he's doing. Like, is there a neural network? Are there neurons? How are they connected? Like nothing. So he obviously he doesn't understand neural networks. He just he uses them, I guess, and he knows how to use them. He knows how to use you know the class which contains the neural network, but he doesn't really know what's going on internally. He cannot tell you, apparently he cannot tell you, like, how many neurons, how many layers, what's connected to what, like.
Yeah.
And he wrote me a lengthy message, like as if as if there's any benefit to watching his video. What's the point? Jesus, God help me. Anyway,
I have no idea, dude. No
I mean, it
idea.
was very good. I mean, until hour 5.5, it was good. It was like good, a lot of Python, like really great. I don't need 99% of it, but it's it's pretty good. It's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Do you find a different course or what?
No, no, I started working. I'm implementing my AI and I'm having a good time, and that's it. I mean, but I'm using Python, but I'm always having second thoughts. Should I be using Python? Because it's such a terrible environment. It's such a I mean, I don't even know why would you want to use it. I don't know. Like I'm used to. I don't know if you're familiar with Microsoft C Sharp. Do you know C Sharp?
No, I don't know. I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar. But I know it's Microsoft.
Oh, somebody says I'm talking to no one. What do you mean I'm talking to no one?
Does.
He thinks he can't hear you?
Maybe he can't. I mean, who knows?
What do you mean? That's impossible.
I mean, I'm a ghost. I'm John Cena. You can't
It's
see me.
it's stuck again. It's like every time it gets stuck. I don't know what to do with this thing. Let's hear if we can hear you.
Timestamp. So let's say you're at project number 4. Well, what you can do is go down to the description.
C Sharp. Do you know C Sharp?
No, I don't know. I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar.
Yeah, they can hear you. I mean, just barely. I mean, but they can hear you if they really want. Okay, let's see what this
Turn
guy's.
me up. Turn me
Yeah,
up, guys. Come on.
yeah. Wait, maybe I turned you down? No, you're all the way up. Okay, let's listen to this guy. Let's see.
If you have a software development course, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Check it out, and I hope you enjoy this video. So this quiz game, the idea behind it is we want to ask the users a bunch of questions, and then if they give us the right answer to these questions, we'll kind of add 1 to their score. And then at the end of the program, we'll print out what they got out of the number of questions. So if there was 10 questions, we would say, hey, you got 3 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 or whatever, and maybe.
So already he has multiple files, but let's see what he does. Maybe he just created empty files. So this is the quiz game. Rock, paper, scissors. So these are different games. Password manager, number guesser, choose your own something. Okay. Python mini projects. These are mini projects. That's not what I need. I don't need a single file project. I need a multi-file project. But let's see what he
You
does.
can give them a percentage or something like that. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do here is use the print command or the print function. I'm going to assume you guys are familiar with this. But when you want to print something to the screen, output something or single quotation marks, and then this will be what is outputted. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of welcome my users to the game. I'm going to say, welcome to my, and then we test this out. In VS Code, to run your code, you press this little kind of run button right here. You're going to see it should open up a terminal down here. And then
I didn't see that I have that. Oh, it's good to know. So I don't need this. That's good. This is getting in my way. So I can use this. This is great. Fuck.
Let's just quickly test this out in the quiz. So, and then this will be what.
So what did he say about the single quotes?
Function. I'm gonna 7 out of 10 or whatever, and maybe we'll even give them a percentage or something like that. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do here is use the print command or the print function. I'm going to assume you guys are familiar with this. When you want to print something to the screen, output something to the console, you say print. You put some value in here. The value you typically put is a string. A string is anything encapsulated in double quotation marks or single quotation marks, and then this will be what is outputted. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of welcome my users to the game. I'm going to say, welcome to my, and then computer quiz. So the specific quiz, I'll go with this computer quiz. Please feel free to go with whatever type of quiz that you want. All right, now we've welcomed the user to our game. Let's just quickly test this out. In VS Code, to run your code, you press this little kind of run button right here. You're going to see it should open up a terminal down here, and then notice it says, welcome to my computer quiz, because the program just ran. Awesome. So now what I want to do is ask the user if they want to play my game. If they say no, I don't want to play, then we'll just immediately quit the game. So to do that, I'm going to create a variable. I'm going to say playing is equal to, and then I'm going to use this function called input. Now, what input allows you to do is ask the user to start typing something in the console. So inside of input in here, you put what's known as the prompt. Now, the prompt is kind of what appears before the user can start typing. So, for example, if you're asking the user for their name, you may have the prompt be name and then colon and then maybe a space. And then right here, after the space, the user would start typing whatever their name is. So in my case, I would put Tim. And then whatever they type after the prompt, and then when they press enter, that will be stored in playing. So if I type Tim and then I press enter, now playing will be equal to Tim because after the prompt, that's what the user typed.
That is so confusing. He just managed to confuse me. Jesus Christ.
What did he
Hopefully that
say?
makes sense.
He's saying that input, instead of showing how it works, he's pretending you can't understand what he's saying. What he's saying makes no sense. He's saying this would show up instead of just running it and showing what it does.
And even if the user has a space, they say like Tim and then R, all of this Tim space
He's trying to explain what input does instead of just showing how it works.
R will be included in playing because this is all the stuff they typed after the prompt before they press enter. So I'm going to ask them here, do you want to play? Question mark. And then
He could have just run it and shown how it works.
I'm going to add a space here. The reason I'm adding a space is because if I don't add a space, then the user's going to start typing right on the question mark.
Just show, don't tell. Jesus.
And that's going to be kind of all smushed together and it doesn't look nice. And so we're going to add
He talks so much.
a space to make sure the user starts typing one space after the question mark. All right, so now if I run my program, so I press the run button, it says welcome to my computer quiz. Do you want to play? Notice the cursor is here, and now I can start typing whatever I want. When I press enter, nothing's happening because we haven't done that yet. We haven't configured that, but that's kind of the basics. That's how you get user input. And just to show
Let's see if he teaches how to debug.
you here, if I print out playing, what this will do is give me whatever the
He's not going to teach how to debug, obviously.
value of this variable is. So if I run this here, so welcome to my computer quiz, do you want to play? Say yes, and then it prints out yes, right? So pretty straightforward. Okay, so now that we know if the user wants to play or not, right? Because after this line is done, we'll have something stored in playing. We want to check if the user typed yes, right? And specifically, if they didn't type yes, we want to end the program. So what I'm going to do is use something known as an if statement. Now, an if statement allows us to conditionally check, kind of, or compare values together and see if something is true or false. And so I'm just going to write out the kind of entire if statement, and then I'll run through it step by step. I'm going to say if playing does not equal to, so an exclamation point and then the equal sign, and then I'm going to say yes. Then what I want to do is I want to quit the program. And there's this function in Python that you can use called quit. This will just immediately terminate the program. So what I'm doing is using if. I'm writing what's known as my condition. This is the thing that I want to check. So I want to check if the variable playing, which is what the user typed in, is not equal to yes. The reason I'm checking if it's not equal to yes is because if they typed anything other than the word yes, I want to quit the program. Whereas if they type yes, I don't want to quit. And so what happens here is we're going to compare whatever the user typed in with yes. And since we're using not equal to, if what the user typed in is not equal to yes, this condition evaluates to a Boolean, which is known as true. And then if this is true, right? So if whatever the condition is true, then whatever is indented after this colon here is going to be run. So hopefully that makes sense. I won't go too much more into the syntax. I assume you guys can probably figure it out yourself. But the idea is you put a colon, and then all the stuff you want to happen when this condition is true, you indent here. And an indent is kind of 4 spaces. I'd recommend you use tabs rather than kind of going 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll get some issues with your indentation if you try to do spaces and tabs together. So anyways, let's just see this now. Let's run this program. Okay. I'm going to say welcome to my computer quiz. Do you want to play? I'm going to type yes, and well, the program's going to end regardless because we're not doing anything after this if statement. But if I go here and I print, okay, exclamation point, and then let's play, smiley face. Oops, okay, I need to fix my quotations here. Yeah, okay, that's all good. Let's run this now. It says welcome to my computer quiz. Do you want to play? I'll type yes, and it says okay, let's play, right? And then it gives a really bad smiley face that I need to fix. And if we run this one more time, and then this time we type no, notice that it doesn't say okay, let's play because this condition was true, and so the program quit. All right, so that's about if statements. Hopefully that all makes sense. We're going to be using a lot of if statements in this video. So now that we say okay, let's play, what we want to do is ask the user their first question. And so what we're going to do is the exact same thing we did when we were asking the user if we want to play. We're going to say some variable. I'm just going to call it answer because that seems to make sense. Is equal to, and then input, and then I'm going to put whatever the question is. I'm going to say, ask something about a computer. I'll say what does CPU stand for? Question mark. And then what I'm expecting is that the user's going to type in the answer, right? And so what I'm going to do is just add a space here to make sure that, again, the user's not typing right beside the question mark. They have a little bit of space. And now what I want to do is check if the user's answer is equal to the correct answer. So I'm going to say if answer is equal to, and then I need to type out what the actual answer is. Now in this case, this is central processing unit. And I think I spelled processing correct. Obviously, you don't want to make sure your answer is actually spelled correctly, because even if the user types in central processing unit, but they like forgot the G, or they spell something wrong, or they have like a capital P, they're going to have the question marked as incorrect, because the answer has to match exactly with what the user typed in. Okay, so now we have a colon, and now we're saying, okay, well, if the answer is equal to central processing unit, what do we want to do? I'm going to print that they got it correct. So I'll say correct like that. And notice I'm using single quotes and double quotes kind of interchangeably. It doesn't matter which one you use, so long as you're consistent with the starting and ending quote. Awesome. So let's just run this now and see if this works. So I'm going to press run. It says, welcome to my computer game. Do you want to play? Yes. Okay, let's play. What does CPU stand for? Central processing unit. And then it gives me the output saying correct. Now if I run this again, do you want to play? Yes. Okay, let's play.
Okay, that's very nice, but let's maybe skip to here. Or here. Or here. I think these are still single file.
No timestamps in the video.
Um,
Well, what's the issue? I don't understand the issue with the multiple files thing. What's the issue?
how do you use multiple? How do you do it?
It's just you know, when you import at the time, you just import in the file location.
Import file location.
Yeah, you just import and then however path, whatever the path is to the file. It's like, you know, when you open a file.
Okay. Here,
in a
teach me.
program,
Teach
you
me.
have to give
Fine.
the directory.
So let's say I want to add. Let's add another file, and that's going to be this. Let's pretend that we're doing a calculator. So this is going to be calculator pi. All right, here's the calculator. So let's say I want to export. I want to have a class. But I need to create a class, right? How would I access functionality in a file? Right? The only way to access.
I'm just going to go to YouTube because I can't see the screen, so I'll just be a minute.
Okay. Oh, there's 3 people watching. Well, I'm 1, you're 2.
Yeah.
There's
I
one more people watching.
Yeah.
Oh, it's stuck again. So there's an issue. Every time it gets stuck, I just switch to, I do Alt-Tab, and it releases. Let me see how to navigate these projects. Quiz, number, rock, paper, choose your own adventure, password, pig, medium, mad libs generator, timed math, slot, turtle, WPM typing, alarm clock, password.
Well, someone commented on YouTube that you can do file name import class name.
Wait, do what?
Someone Eggs and Waffle Productions commented.
Oh, you can do from file underscore name import class name if you want to get the class nicely. Okay, let's try it. Well, I need to create a class. How do you create a class? Like def calculator. Right? That's how you create a class? Do you know?
Can't even remember. It's been so long. I can't remember.
And then def add subtract. Apparently not. Something is missing here.
Have brackets or a colon or whatever. No, def is for a function, isn't it? Like it should say class and then
you say
class and then
there's
colon.
you could say class.
The next line should be def. Yeah, class should start with class. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so here is class calculator, and here is, so you import calculator. Okay, let's see that this works. Okay, so now we're going to say, oh, calculator add 2 and 3. Really? No, that does not work.
What
It says here, has no attribute.
calculator has no attribute add.
What do you mean? Here's add. We added add.
Where did you do that?
What do you mean? Where do I see
You
it?
need to initialize the.
You have to initialize
the function. You need to call the function or the class, don't you?
What do you mean call it?
Like
create a new calculator?
let me have a look at your screen here. Let's see what
like this?
Maybe.
No. Add takes 2 positional argument, but 3 were given.
You have import calculator, but where are you importing the calculator from? You should say from calculator.py import calculator.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be A equals that, and print A, and import from calculator pi. Control I to continue with Copilot. Okay, I don't have a question. No, it doesn't work.
Wait, you have that backwards. It should say from calculator.py import calculator. You have it the other way around.
It's not happy with that. Could not be resolved. Calculator is not a package. How do you make it into a package? I think maybe you have to say maybe def.
The guy is commenting in the side chat. Maybe he has something to say about it.
Oh my God, Jesus. You can do from file underscore name import class name. If you want to get the class nicely, so make a class. Class. Yeah, okay. Thanks for looking at YouTube, other guy. Oh, stuck again. Okay, this is why I do the from file name import class. You do have to init. Did I init?
You don't have to init.
I don't have to init? He said I don't. You don't have to init.
Yeah, he said you don't have. Yeah, he said you don't have. Yeah.
Okay. But it's not happy. How do you save? Just Control S.
Maybe you need.
Yeah,
you need to put self, I think, into the thing, into the function.
Oh, okay.
You have self, comma x, comma y.
So.
Oh, you don't need to. You don't need the .py in the import function either. He said.
I'm trying to do save all, and it's asking me this weird question. How do I do save all? Okay, so what's going on with this? View problem. Could not be resolved.
Yeah, just do calculator instead of .py. Get rid of the .py.
Okay. think maybe this is the issue. Okay, there you go. So it's 5. Okay, good. Okay.
You got the answer?
I mean, a little bit. But now I want to be able to test, right? So I usually work, the way I work is I do test-driven development. Wait, let me get rid of this comment. So I do test-driven, stuck again. Oh, okay. Okay. Stuck again. Jesus Christ, no. No. Okay. So, oh my God, my chair is impossible. Just impossible. Oh my God, please kill me. Kill me already. All right, so I want to write. Let me think about my my project because I'm not sharing my actual code. So the way I'm writing it, I have my AI. Let's assume I want to build a tester for the calculator. So let's create. Oh, no. How do you rename? Rename, Jesus Christ. Okay. So really what I want to do is create a calculator tester and run the tests. Oh, so first I need to import the calculator tester. I actually, theoretically, I don't even need. Okay, so this is the calculator tester. Okay, so now I'm gonna create T equal calculator tester. And T, yeah, test add, exactly. So I'm gonna go to this guy, and I'm gonna basically copy all of this to here, and this is gonna be calculator tester. This is gonna be test add, test subtract.
Eggin Waffle should come on the in the VC.
Okay, but I mean, I don't know if we need him so much. I mean, he's welcome. I mean, if he can teach
Give us
me,
some advice there on what to
okay.
do.
I mean, sure, he's welcome to
Might
join.
have some ideas.
Very welcome to join if he wants. All in one are welcome to join. We are. So I discovered that when I'm debating these anti-Israel, anti-Semites, they're not. I don't even know if they're anti. Wait, did he just join us? Oh,
I have no idea.
Aleph Condor. Hello, Mr. Condor. Is this the same guy? Egg and Waffle Productions. I don't think so. I think it's a different personalizationistic. Do you want to talk? He's muted.
Sorry, my mic wasn't working.
Excuse me?
My Mac was not working.
Okay, are you the one? Did you just join us from the YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So can you teach us like how to
All right.
what?
I could teach.
Do you know? Yeah, I mean, for now I'm doing okay. I mean, I don't need. I know how to program. I'm just. I just don't know much
Mm.
Python, and I'm not sure I'm gonna stick to this environment. I mean, tell me, do you work in Python?
No, I usually work in C.
Okay, so do people actually use Python to build actual production projects?
Sometimes. I don't recommend it.
You don't recommend it?
I'm not a Python fan, but yeah, it's used in a lot of shit.
It's used in a lot of shit. Like when? In AI?
Oh, and AI research. I know NASA wants to use it for something.
Wait, your audio is breaking. You're like coming in and out. So,
Mm,
like, like it's good for a really tiny project when you write a notebook, a Google Colab, and you want to do some research and when you want to do a quick and dirty test, it's great. And you want to have like, some documentation and share it. A quick share, it's great. But to build a large scale project, it feels like a nightmare. I don't think it's designed for large scale projects. That's like,
it depends on the project you're doing,
like, what's the
but for the
advantage
stuff
of?
I do, no, you can't use it.
Wait, I can't hear what you're saying. What? Let me raise the volume. What are you saying?
It depends on the project, but for systems engineering, nah.
Right, but I'm saying probably big projects don't use Python. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Mm,
No, I don't
some
know.
pretty big Python projects out there.
I can't hear you. Are you using like what are you using? What are you using? You have a headset?
I have a really shitty Mac.
Yeah, yeah, I can like I'm having a hard time figuring out what you're saying. Anyway,
Mm,
anyway,
mm,
uh so let me try and get back to my impossible to my painful chair. It's so painful. I think Jesus would have hated my chair. Okay, so do you do TDD? Do you know the principles of TDD?
basically, just test your code.
No, no. No, you're
It's fine. I put like a little unit test every once in a while, and it generally does the
no.
job.
No, 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 no. It's much more principled than that. You don't want to just test your code. TDD
Mm,
says, for example, TDD says you write the code for the test first. You never write the code itself. Always write the test code first. So you have to be very disciplined and you have to be very thoughtful and you have to meditate a lot on your code. So for example here, so I wrote the calculator first. That's a mistake. Should always, like, theoretically I should uh kill the calculator. Now there's no calculator. So really what I should have written is just the code, uh just this code. Let me I'll paste the code here. I just don't want to throw the code away. So let's Basically, that's all I should have done. Just this. Now you go and you write your test code. So you want to write the test add, and for now, really, can you throw an exception? Wait, did somebody just leave?
Mm,
He left. Oh, he always leaves without saying goodbye. Let me kill him for a second. Where is he? Did you leave without saying okay. So okay. Anyway, Visual Studio Code is such a terrible environment. Yeah.
mm.
What do you use for your environment? Visual Studio?
No, I use NeoVim.
NeoVan?
NeoVim.
Oh, NeoVim, VIM. So you work in Linux?
Yeah.
So why do you use C? Like you do low level something? Like why would you use C in the 21st century?
It's
So
not that ancient.
I mean, but you need to have a reason. Like you need a reason to work in C.
Why?
Why? I mean, if you don't have a reason, then you want to use the most convenient language. I mean, I would use. I personally would. My go-to language is C sharp. But I guess there's no C sharp for
Mm,
Linux, or is there? I
no,
don't.
there is. You can emulate it.
Okay, I mean, it depends on your project. Like, is it like for C? I mean, like in Windows, when you develop like device drivers, you could say that C is the go-to language. But who develops device drivers? Like if you write kernel code for Windows, that probably then your go-to is C. But who does kernel programming these days? Very few people. Like I
Mm,
said. So anyway, okay, so let's see where were we? So test. So here what you want to do is you want to actually create a C1 calculator. So we need to import the calculator. So we don't want to have, oops. We don't want the calculator to be imported here. We're not using. So you create a calculator and then you say C1. Wait, what happened? Did you leave? No. We've paused
to
this
be honest
preview
with you,
to
I'm getting
save.
every like third or fourth word you
That's
say.
weird. Oh, yeah, my laptop is having a bad time.
Mm,
Can you hear me now?
no, I'm just guessing what you're saying.
I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it better? Tell me when it's getting better. 1, 2,
It ain't
3.
any better.
It's getting better?
No, it ain't any better.
Not better? Wow. Really weird. Let me see on my iPhone. No, it sounds okay. My iPhone's getting it, so you have an issue with your network. Can you hear me? So Calc 2.3, let's run it. It should fail. Cannot import calculator from calculator. Good, it doesn't exist. So now you create the class. How do you create an empty class? Oh, here is an empty class. What's wrong with it?
Why would you create an empty class to begin with?
Okay, good question. I mean, sometimes you want to create an empty class. Okay,
Why
so
would take up memory footprint for zero data?
I mean, sometimes you want to create it, as part of your development. You just want to create a placeholder. So, and like in C#, for example, in Windows, you can just do C1 click add, and it would create the add function. It would create a stub. It would create an empty add function. So let's say you didn't have this function and you would write add. It would ask you, do you want me to create it for you? If you do let's say the class calculator didn't exist, it would ask you, do you want me to create calculator for you? And you just hit a button and it writes the code for you. It's a real convenience. And if you rename a function, it renames it everywhere automatically. I mean, it asks you, do you want to rename it everywhere and stuff like that? So it saves you tons and tons of work. Like with this environment, this is going to be such a nightmare. This is like going back 10, 20, 30 years. VS Code.
I think for that you're trying to look for plugins.
What?
Yeah, look at plugins. They might make your experience a bit better with VS Code.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it's simple, but you can alter it in how you want.
Okay. So what's going on with this guy that I cannot have an empty class? Can I put in curly braces? No. What? There's no way to just make an empty class. I guess I would write oh, there it is. Oh, but then that can't be empty either. Okay,
Oh, you
so
can do a pass.
oh,
Put
pass.
pass under there. Yeah. I
It's
like that. Put it underneath.
oh, it's not
Like habit.
yeah, it's still not happy.
And you got to do definite.
Do what?
Definite.
Definite?
Yeah, definite, because you're making a function with method thing.
Like right? Oh, I gotta put a def?
Yeah, before the init.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It ain't like Java or C#.
Terrible. Okay, I guess you gotta get used to it. But so it's not gonna write add on its own, obviously. It's gonna fail and tell me there is no add. And the fact that you need to run it and test it, that's terrible. Like the fact that add is not implemented, what's the point? It should tell you right now it's not implemented. Like what this is such a terrible environment. I don't understand why are people using this environment. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. All right, so that's the add function. Okay, passed. Can you throw an exception in Python?
Yeah, it would just be raise exception, and then you put what you want to raise in there.
Okay.
Here, I'll DM you something, I guess.
No, just I'll write raise not implemented. Okay, that's good enough. No, it's good. It's good enough.
All right.
Yeah, this environment is a terrible. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Do you know C sharp?
Nah.
Hmm. Wait, did I just run it? So what's going? It's running. It's not running. What's going on? Why is it not crashing? Okay, let's put a breakpoint here. I guess it's not debugging. Debugger. Okay. So you create the calculator and then add and it crashes. Okay, that's fine, but why does it not crash? How do you stop it?
Run it normal.
Oh, let's rerun. No, rerun. Where's the crash? Oh, now it's crashing. Okay. So it only crashes if you debug. Like if you just stop it and run it from here, I guess this is the crash. I don't even know. I guess that's the crash. It's where is the crash? It doesn't even say that it crashed. I don't see a crash. I don't know what's going on here.
Let me take a look.
Okay, let me run. No, I'm saying when I run it,
No
it
crash.
you tell me. I don't see a crash. I mean, it's a weird. It says here C colon semicolon CD ampersand. What is this? This is like weird. I don't know what it's even
Yeah, it's
saying.
PowerShell.
What?
PowerShell's annoying.
What?
PowerShell, it's annoying.
PowerShell? It's normal,
It could be
but
running it in release mode, which doesn't have these exceptions.
okay. So in general, I want to run and debug,
Mm.
and then it crashes. Okay. Well, fine, whatever. I don't know if I want to work in this environment. It's really a terrible environment.
What library are you using for AI?
Basically Torch. I'm just doing, matrix. What?
There's a torch adapter
Torch adapter for what?
for C sharp.
Yeah, I took a look at it and I said, "Wow, that's." I wasn't used to it because I'm like when I do AI, it's in Python, so I didn't want to do Torch in C sharp. Didn't feel comfortable. I just wasn't used to it, but I think I'll give it another shot because Python is a very unattractive environment. I don't see the point. I don't know. I mean,
Mhm.
I like the fact that in C# people use the plot. Like there's a very convenient plot, but the C# plot is much more difficult to use. The Python plot is much easier. But maybe I can import the Python plot just as well. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyway, let's continue. So what I want to do is write add. So I'm going to remove this, run it again. Good. And now I'm going to test subtract. So subtract, run it. Where's the crash? No crash? There's no subtract. Oh, there is. But there is. Let's remove subtract altogether. Okay, how could that be? There's no subtract. Oh, I didn't invoke it. Okay, I didn't run the test subtract. Okay. I shouldn't have to. So all I need to do is run tests. So I just need to have a run tests exactly. So now if I restart, so subtract is
You're just
missing.
trying to learn a language. Why are you doing the test-driven thing?
Wait, I can't hear you. What?
You're just starting to learn Python. Don't do the test-driven thing until you actually have a project.
I'm sorry. I cannot. I don't know what you just said. The audio is horrible. Maybe first count to 3, say 1, 2, 3, and then speak. Maybe then it will pick up the better audio.
Nah, that won't work.
Okay, at least that I understood. So try repeating. Say what you said again, please.
You're just starting to learn Python, right?
No, I don't want to learn Python. I want to write my project in Python. I know my project. I wanted to do the test in separate file. What? What? Pete? Can you
Yeah,
hear
you
me?
are. You
Oh my God. I'm gonna need to buy a new computer.
mm,
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Between your audio and my laptop, my life is over. So what were you saying? No, I know enough Python I've written a project, but I want to rewrite it with test-driven development and continue evolving it. It's I'm not showing it, but it's a very large project. I've been working on it for a couple of days, and it's already a lot of code, and it's becoming unmanageable, obviously. So I need to break it up into classes, rebuild it, and I'm rethinking in what environment. I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll continue working in Python, but it's a major hassle. I don't see the attractiveness of Python. Why? What? Okay, so now I know. Well, what else do you want me to learn? Okay, I mean, whatever I'll need, I'll learn when I need it. What's the point of learning? I'm not even sure I'm gonna write it in Python. I'm still thinking and rethinking it. It's a very inconvenient environment. So why would I want to invest in it if I'm not sure? I mean, the little that I mean, there's not much to know. It's not like it's not going to help me to learn more and more and more Python. I know enough. I've written a lot. I've written a lot of the code. I just need to rewrite it more in a more organized way. I mean, it's always nice to sit and listen to lectures in anything, but it's not whole into files, and I wanted to practice it. And now that I've done it, I'm done. It's behind me, pretty much. I guess what we could do is now say, okay, let me see. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. On my iPhone. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Let me see. Now that I've done it, I'm done. Nice to sit and listen to lecture. Excuse me? What did you say? Yeah, but on my YouTube channel, I'm test. I don't see a lot of cutouts. In anything or Python. I know enough. I've written a lot of the code. I just need to rewrite it more in a more organized way. Oh, but they can't hear you. You're not in the stream somehow. Oh, wait. How is that possible? Oh, it's stuck again. Why is your audio? Why is your audio not in the stream? Let me restart this stream. And restart this stream. Would you use 1, 2, 3? Would you use 1, 2, 3? Okay, let's see. Can you count to 3? Can you count to 3? Can you hear me? Hello? Mr. Aleph Condor, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Wait a minute. We're friends. Jesus Christ. Can you hear me, Mr. Condor? Okay. Yeah, lost the connection. So I'll just make a note in main. So when I run it, I'm going to wait for the message that all tests passed. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we'll end the stream and maybe start another stream.